Hello! I've got a little one here again. Oi, come here. Come here. Hello. Not happy. She's been out all morning. I have been desperate to get into card making again for a while. I'm going to try edit out all of the sniffing and the horrible coldy noises, so sorry about that. The cupboard that you can see it behind me? Over there, is what I like to refer to as my Monica cupboard. Anybody who is a fan or friends will know what I mean. So I tried to keep the house relatively neat. I know it doesn't always seem like it. And I'm generally quite successful, but I do have one cupboard, which is my cupboard of doom, where everything that I can't be bothered to deal with basically gets shoved in, and that is it. And my card making stuff is all in there because after Christmas I had to tidy out the craft room because we had people coming to stay, and all of my card making stuff got shoved into a big old box and shoved in there. So my plan now is to go and empty out the cupboard of doom and put my massive box in here. So behind our door here we have a pile of doom, but it's a relatively what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not on my game today. Neat and tidy pile of doom. The box of card making stuff will fit on top of this box here, which is full of fabric, and then it'll just lift that all up slightly, and then we will have more of my crafting stuff available. There's a more sustainable solution in it somewhere. John and I are planning to get another cupboard at some point. We basically have to do measuring and like then go to IKEA and assemble it, and I normally love assembling IKEA stuff, but I'm so just out of it in terms of that sort of thing at the moment, so we live with our piles of doom. That sounds rude, doesn't it? I decided to put my Harry Potter top on because it's black, and a white top when I'm dealing with potentially dusty stuff. Not a good idea. Been feeling so grotty that I decided I was going to wash the sheets because the bed was feeling pretty grim, and I am devastated because it's already been going for an hour and it has 4 hours left. I wouldn't normally tumble dry anything because I'm a bit of a, I don't know, I don't believe that you should tumble dry if you can help it. But I discovered once I'd taken all of the bedding off that the other, like, the top duvet cover that we had was white, and obviously we've been waiting for enough to do a whitewash, and John does most of the laundry and he's not here, so he'd gone and it wasn't done, so I've had to put it in and put it on a tumble dry setting, which now means that I can't go lie in bed. So I'm sort of wandering the house like a lost puppy. I've taken a day off work because I'm feeling so awful. I need some time to recover. I think part of the reason it sort of hit me quite hard is because I've been so exhausted and worn out, and probably a day of handover into accounting isn't the best thing for me to be doing right now. But I have made a FOMO when I'm not at work. I really like work, and I feel like I'm missing out on being with all of my workmates because I really like the people that I work with, and it just feels, I feel like I'm missing out by being at home, wandering the house, wondering what to do, which normally isn't a problem. Like at the weekend I find things to occupy myself because I know that it's the weekend and that's what I'm supposed to be doing, but at the moment I just have this feeling that I'm supposed to be at work, and obviously I'm not, and I think I'm going to go and roll some paper beads. I don't even know how I've spent the last couple of hours. I said I was going to go make paper beads, but I've actually just been in the lounge, like sitting in front of YouTube. I'm now going to make some mince, I think, because we've got mince in the fridge, and after going on about how good I am at mince the other day, I thought I'd show you what I do. So I've got all of my things here that I always use. This is just a little compost thing. Loads of onions, loads of garlic, bay leaf, basil, dried basil, Marmite, a little bit of wine, a tiny bit, pepper, salt, chopped tomatoes, tomato puree, chicken stock cubes. If I've got beef stock cubes, I use them. If I've got veg stock cubes, I use them. I'm not fussy. So the first thing is to get the onions on the stove. When I was first learning to cook, somebody told me you should leave the little root bit on the onion because then that's like draws the sulfuric acid, which is what makes your eyes sting. and stops it from getting released. I'm not sure if that's actually true. I think it mostly just depends on the age of the onion. So you cut that, and then this is how I always do it. So then I slice down towards the root. And then slice this way. This knife was a birthday present from John once, and I very strongly believe that one of the best things when you're cooking is to just make sure you have a really good knife. I'm going to put in a glug of Olivio. It's a blend of vegetable and olive oil. Not loads. I think I always over oil everything. When I was first taught to do this, I was told to always make sure that I brown the mince first, but I'm actually too lazy to do that. So I've set the temperature down to about, well, to medium. Actually, I might do it slightly lower because it's a large hob. And then pop the onion in there. And then I'm just going to leave that to sweat slightly. It's a bit dry, so I'm just putting some water in. And I turn the heat down as well. Right, I'm going to pop my garlic in now, which I've just chopped roughly. I'm just going to put in a bit of salt, some pepper, some dried basil, and now my mince, which looks a bit of a weird colour because I've just defrosted it. And I'm going to leave that to brown now. Now I'm going to add in all the rest of the bits. I had a slight battery issue. Anyway, I've popped in my bay leaf over there, and also a good squirt of tomato puree. I reckon maybe 2 tablespoons. I completely finished what was left in there. I've got my 2 stock cubes. I don't make up the stock and then put it in. I just crumble the stock cubes into the dish. Then I'll put the end of our wine. This is just a red wine, which has been out for ages, otherwise it would have been drunk, but it's a bit vinegary now. A bit of Marmite. A can of chopped tomatoes. And then I rinse the can out with boiling water. And that's my basic mixture. So I'll bring this to the boil now. And now I'm going to turn the heat right down and leave it for probably a couple of hours. I'm super excited about fresh linen, guys. Oh, there are few feelings better. I've spent the last few hours just, I don't really know, to be honest, just chilling in front of the TV, dozing, I imagine. That's probably the right word for it. I'm feeling a bit better, and I'm hoping I'll definitely go to work tomorrow. I've not got a massive headache anymore, which was my main issue. So yeah, here's to a better day tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this more than you did the previous video, which was very much ranty, whereas today I've actually done stuff. I did start rolling some new paper beads, which I'm pretty excited about. I'll explain that concept to you in another vlog, but I'm pretty, I think I found a really nice way to immortalise presents. I'll see you later. Bye!